Hello and welcome back. Playing Tiny Glade again today. And had some creative thoughts last night when I was thinking a little bit more about the game and figured I'd explore those a little bit today using the autumn biome. And I kind of wanted to build a little bit of a a little guard tower on a hill, and a little mountainous from corner to corner here. So let's start with a little bit of terraforming here. Actually, let's start by get rid of some of these trees too. It'll be a little bit cleaner. We can add something back in. I'll create this little mountainous region from corner to corner. Or we'll start like this. Increase the brush faster here. And go to the other corner as well. We're just gonna kind of create the illusion of this being kind of a hilly region with this path up to a little bit of a structure that, travelers would come by and kind of check out and see. All right. Here as well. We're going to need a little bit of space up at the top because, this isn't just a path for people to come through. This is a path for cargo and other things like that. So, we need a pretty decent amount of a winding path back and forth so that people can get this cargo up and down the hill. Let's go. Or something like that. And over here. Like, so we just kind of want to go corner to corner. Try not to make it too crazy. And this is really nice. I don't know if anyone saw that pop up there, but you can hold right shift to kind of not mess with this and see you can kind of draw back in. We're going to need a decent amount of space up at the top here, but I do want there to be a slight feeling of almost, part of it is not as wide as the rest. So I just start by getting a little bit, something maybe like that. We need to still leave enough room. Get this drawn in. Alright, let's bring this all the way up. Something here. That. Well, we'll start like this. Kind of see how things feel as we're going along. Can we get this guy? Dump this in real quick. I guess we'll see what we can do with this little divot here in the ground. A little problematic because it seems like it's like stuck between two sections, but that's okay. Alright, let's clean this up a little bit. We want to make it feel pretty good. Maybe something like that. And then let's start kind of painting our path down. So, go like this. And this is going to wind back around. Kind of something like, I think like that. Oh, then we have a little bit of a problem here with the... Okay, let's undo this then. We can get the elevation right. I really want the elevation to feel kind of like this naturally growing kind of space. Like that. Around like that. Slow that down a bit. And come around like this. And then we'll see how that looks with let's put a little bit of path here. Maybe something like that. Might have to do some slight elevation changes. Oh, it's getting very red out. Make it daytime, yeah, better. Okay. Let's see what this looks like if we come up here from the corner. And this needs to be a relatively wide path. Like I said, there needs to be enough room for various cargo and kind of carriages. Alright, might want to fix that a little bit. Let's go back here. Let's redo that. And then let's just mess with the terrain elevation a little bit. I want to try to avoid, that kind of feeling of there being some steps here that you have to go up, but that may be a little unavoidable just because of how it gets built. Okay, do bit. There we go. That looks really good. A little more natural feeling. Down a little more. That. And I'm probably gonna be a little more aggressive here. Or bringing this in, so we need to loop a little further back. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, don't want to do that. And I'm just using undo to kind of back out when I get to those spots. Oh yeah, I really like how this looks now. A little bit of a winding path up. We may actually kind of shorten this out a little bit. Let's see. What does this do? Hammer? I can't remember what the hammer does. Right, this is still affecting a pretty large area. I'm not sure we can kind of paint over this. I guess we'll see how it works. I haven't played with the elevation tool too much yet. So I'm not sure you can kind of break up the elevation like that. Just like this a little bit. Going over into the corner. Let's just do that thing. Like that. Yeah, so we get this little hilly impasse or terrain, whatever you want to consider it. And then on the other side, let's actually lower the hill just a little bit there. And down on this side, I think we're going to paint it like it's a little bit more established, essentially. Coming along like this. That down a little bit. That section might be a little bit too long. Let's do that. Another section maybe, and then maybe another section even, and then like that. Maybe something along those lines, and then give us a better idea of what we want to do. I just kind of want to get the general, path and the structure kind of laid out of what we're doing and kind of where we're going. Yeah, so we'll need to adjust that a little bit. Let's go here. This, and then go like that. Okay. So let's adjust this down slightly. And then we'll just up a little bit. Is that going to leave us enough space? We're getting pretty far. I guess we can kind of set it the path going a little bit off the map here. But I think what we'll do instead, let's get rid of this. And I'll bring the terrain down. Maybe erase terrain like this? I don't think we can erase terrain, is the only thing. Like terrain changes, right? Okay, so if we just bring it all the way flat, that basically gets rid of it. Okay, that's good to know. Instead, let's do this. Let's build over this way. And then let's back across a little bit, open it up, that up. And I guess I'll have a little bit more aggressive wind on this side, and let's kind of create this smooth curve like that. Okay. Let's see how this does. How this feels. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, a little bit of stairs there, a little bit of stairs there. So let's mess with this a little bit. Mess a little bit over. Okay, something like that. Yeah, we have to get pretty aggressive here to get rid of the stairs. Okay, let's undo some of this then. And try to make a little bit more of this, like, middle area a little bit less aggressive. And put in here and there. Okay, let's see how that looks then. If this kind of does what we want it to do. Okay, I'm okay with that one little step. Oh, that's looking much nicer already. Oops. Do this. I'm going to lock the time of day here. Well, I need a little bit more light. But we can just lock the passage timer. It's not going to. It's a little aggressive. Ah, that's better. Okay. Yes, I really like how this looks. Let's just get that going a little bit there. Oh yeah, something like that seems perfect to me. Okay, cool. So we now kind of have our the general structure that I want. Like that. Let's start putting our little gatehouse together. So let's start something. We want to make sure, basically, I want to kind of bring it to the edge right here. But then I also want to build some, essentially like a, a little bit of a wall kind of disintegrating as it goes down towards the edges here. Because, you're kind of relying on the natural curvature of the land to kind of, build part of this wall for free for you. Maybe something like this. And let's remember, you can right click and see all these controls at once. And let's bring that down. Let's bring that down to our wall. And then I think I want some circular style towers here. And I do like how this kind of slaps in like that, so you get this nice evenness on the towers. Let's do one there. And there. I do want to make these a little bit less, a little bit thinner. So we can have a little bit of structure in the middle. And let's grow the height just a little. This isn't, anything too fancy, right? This is just kind of a little bit of a border area. About right. Okay. And then let's put in our kind of gate structure in the middle. Look up. Yeah. Okay. I think this looks pretty good for, at least for starting out. Maybe a little bit of rotation in here to even it out a little bit. And let's move. I think I want these moved a little bit. Yeah, there. I shrunk them down so that I messed with the size a little, but that's okay. How does this look? I want this to be, yeah, something like that. And it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be, right? Get happy little accents here and there. All right, and then let's do this wide path. So this is gonna kind of come up, and you have a relatively, wide area where people are kind of queuing, or they may be there between what they're doing. So let's come back through here, and then on this side, we don't have as much. This is gonna be entering into the area. It's not as big a deal when you're leaving. Let's still widen out just a little. Something like that. 20. All right. And let's get our fence going here, our little wall. Going here like this. Go up a little bit. And then over this way. And we don't want to extend the whole distance, but I think we want to go most of the way there. Something like that. Now, when you're building the walls, you can do some pretty nice, this kind of clipping tool, right? So then you can adjust individual kind of segments of the wall. I can kind of just do this so we get a little bit more play here. And then let's change the color here. I want it to be a little more natural feeling. Maybe even something like that. Okay. And then let's go back over to the other side here. Getting a little close on time for what I just want to keep these videos short, kind of fun. Kind of see what you can just, kind of create in half an hour or so. Not push them too far. So let's start getting a little bit quicker here. And I'm sure, as you get more creative over time and better using the tools, you can get a little bit better at it. So we're not quite there yet. All right, something like that I think is about good enough. All right, let's just decorate this. I want to put one more small structure here, kind of where, maybe the people guarding the area or handling the border patrol or crossings, whatever it may be, whatever you want to consider it, where they can live. This is going to be a pretty squat. And I do like that those little, that, right? This is just somewhere for people to kind of hang out. And let's do that. I want a regular door here. There. There's not too many doors on the sides here, I don't think. You know, this is a kind of a sleeping area. So a little place to cook, so a little chimney as well. Side. But I think... No, it doesn't. Maybe let's put maybe a little double window there. There's a little bit of foliage over on the sides here. Break it up a little bit. Alright. And let's put in some flags on the walls here. I think that'd be pretty nice. Like that. A little bit, even it out. I like that kind of color contrast here, so we'll just leave this like this. And let's clean it up because right near the wall. I don't need quite that many tools there, though. Alright, something along those lines looks good enough to me. And let's put doors on either side here. Never know, you might need to patrol or have better vision if it's a cloudy day. And definitely want some lanterns as well. And then I want... It's definitely going to be one of those things where for travelers you're going to have it pretty well lit, at least for a decent amount. Break it up a little bit here. Something like that. Pretty good. I think we'd have probably one lantern kind of across the street from here, and then probably just one on the wall here. How does that look? Let's just leave it like that for now, and then I think that definitely would have lanterns on the walls on the other side too. Just a little bit. Alright. A few lanterns here. Just to help people, you know, on their way down the hill so they kind of know where things are at so they don't get hurt. And I think you could even, you know, kind of expand on this to turn it into more of a traveler's inn, but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to keep it nice and simple. Right. What else do I want to do? I think the only thing that I do want is, I think I want some small, these slit windows. Yeah, those are cool. In the walls there, if you're looking out. Ooh, that's even better. Yeah, something like that. And on the other side, just gonna it as well. Even though it's overlooking the house, it's still useful to have. All right, and then let's put some. We definitely need some more trees now that I really want it to feel like, you know, you're kind of coming up this hill and kind of seeing what they're seeing. So we're gonna not too much into the mount here. You can't paint with the tree tool, so if you're trying to do that and you're hearing what's clicking, well, that's why. I want it to look kind of like this. And this isn't any kind of, you know, military cross or anything like that, so it's not something where, you know, you'd be clear cutting the tree line to kind of see what's going on, or, you know, having too clear a view. This is more just, hey, there's this, you know, mountain area you have to go through for whatever reason, and traversing goods between cities or whatever it might be, and you know, this is how they're kind of handling it. So it's you know, it's a very laid-back area, so the clear cutting of the trees for any kind of line of sight or anything isn't really necessary. Something that we realistically are gonna need. Alright, let's put one more there. Too close to the cliff line. And then I think on the other side here, I kind of like the idea that, you know, there's not as many trees. Just because, you know, could be the climate is slightly different, could be that the change of going over the mountain kind of changes the weather there a little bit. We'll put in a few, but I definitely want it to be a little more sparse. And I think it would look cool too if there was you know, maybe some houses over here, or you know, a small village to kind of support this area. But I think that's a little bit out of the scope of what we want to do for right now. So let's just put in a few more trees and fill this out just a little bit. Back there, and then there. And I want to put, you know, I want there to be, whatever the, oh no, I don't like that at all. Yeah, that brings down the elevation too much. So you can't have a little pond or lake or whatever you want to consider it this high. Let's see. Am I missing anything else? Like a fence line or anything here for animals, maybe? No, I think it's generally wanted to kind of stay sparse up here. Maybe there's one or two solemn trees up at the top here. Grove or orchard, whatever you want to consider it. Put things in. But a little bit more. I create this little jagged area here, which I like a lot. And then we will cut this up. That. And can we do this? Oh, we're kind of going back into the area. So let's do this. So I just want to create, I want this to be a little more narrow. I made it a little bit too wide. It's just something, yeah, something like that. That's cool. Comes up and across. And then, oh, what happened on this side? I think we lost a little bit, must have. Alright. Yeah. I think we could add, you know, additional adornments, or maybe there's some kind of small, you know, structure here for a little gatehouse maybe. Let's put that in as the last kind of thing that we do here. Really squeeze it down, push it in here. I think this would be a little freestanding. Maybe we can just connect here with this. Something like that. Yeah, I think that actually looks really good. And then we can have this kind of small. What else do you do? I don't really like those windows. For this at least, for this application, I think it makes a little more sense to have. You can't do. Oh, we can do a corner window now? I didn't know they added that. That's great. Yeah, maybe something like that, and then that's kind of another little area for kind of passing through and talking to someone who may be, you know, there to provide support or help with whatever you need when you're kind of going through the gates. Let's see, I think we'll have one tree. A happy little tree, right? Maybe there. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with this for, you know, little construction. And I think that's gonna do it for today. So thanks so much for watching. Maybe this will help you get inspired to make something as well. But I hope you have a great day.